Hey everyone, good morning on YouTube. This is a YouTube live session. Going to be going over my pre-market charts. Whatever hits our scanner, we'll go over the key levels. We'll pull up the chart. I'll mark each one of these charts and look for those key levels to possibly trade. Looking for a clean close over these levels to then hold. If we close back below, I will bail. So that is my strategy. We'll go over the strategy real time. We'll go over my trades real time. This is not buy or sell alerts. This is day trading education. Trying to educate others on my process and how I navigate through the low float land and low float market. Looking for mostly momentum. After we have momentum, we'll then look for possible dip buys and bounce watch alerts. But for now, looking for momentum. I've got ICU up on the chart here, but we have a number of charts up. We have phase, a little cheapo, getting some volume this morning, is dying back down. We have some major reds. This one is a negative 9% candle. Going to share this link in our Discord. If you guys are listening in on YouTube, give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow traders, and make sure to subscribe so that way you get access to all of these free educational videos. So sharing this out, back here in just a second, and we'll go over what we see. No position for myself, no trades yet this morning. It is Friday. I'm green on the week. Had a red day yesterday. So want to be careful. Found myself over trading on a choppy day. Had to shut it down, and I'm glad I did. So today we'll be looking for high quality setups. And if I don't see a high quality setup, I can still take the trade, but I will be reducing my size to protect myself. Get this in chat. So feel free to ask questions, guys. I'll be focused on my on marking the charts. Sometimes a few charts will come across, or a few tickers will start hitting the scanners, and I have to really focus in on that. So I'll be focusing on marking the chart, getting this out to our team. That's number one. And I'll be trading outside of that. So I'll be focused on that as well. But if we have a slow pre-market session, we'll do a few just minor demonstrations here, going over strategy. So no position for myself. The link is out. Guys, please share that. Let everyone know. I'm going to get this out on Twitter as well. All right, links are out. Let me get the YouTube chat up on my phone. That way I can take part in the session with you guys. And good morning to everyone. Hope everyone is feeling well. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So I'll be in the chats as well. Good morning, everyone. Let's get started here. So the way I see it, we had a pretty slow week. We have a lot of cheapos moving. We had XRTX last night that we went over in the post-market scans. This thing is just moving on a little bit of volume, this blue area, or whatever you want to call it. This is the aftermarket. So from close, we gapped up, we kind of fizzled out, we continued to gap, we continued to gap. So just continued to move up in the right direction on XRTX. This, unfortunately, does not make it tradable for me. Even though we've got something that's moving up like that, it's just not fitting my strategy, and I'll show you why. So when I pull up the chart, where we're looking at this, there's just too many resistance levels. I just have, when I mark this chart, basically when I see this is just littered with lines, right? Just littered with lines, which is telling me, again, there's a lot of resistance. And if there's a lot of resistance, then yes, I can still trade it, but am I going to feel as comfortable in something like this, throwing the kitchen sink at it, as something with cleaner gaps? And when I say cleaner gaps, I'm basically saying this here. So this area between these two lines and levels, this is the gap that I'm speaking of. So if I measure this gap here, this is an attractive gap, 11%. But some of these candles are negative, greater than 11% or close to. If I zoom in on the beginning of this move, negative 5.5% candle. Let's see, negative 3.5% candle, 6% candle, 7% candle. So you can see that we have a lot of major reds. Here's one negative 5% candle, and you can see that they continue. Now, the thing is on a cheapo like this, right? On a stock that's under $1, and that's what I call cheapos. So anything, if you hear me say that something is a cheapo, what I'm basically saying is that it is a very cheap stock. I really prefer stocks over $2. That's just the way it is. I really prefer stocks over $2. That being said, I'll trade stocks over $1, and sometimes I will trade stocks under $1. But I do consider these to be cheapos, and my experience shows me that those cheapos are not where I'm making the bulk of my profits. This is not where I'm making my career in trading. That does not mean that they won't give you an opportunity. Doesn't mean we can't scalp them, quick trade them, get in, get green, get out, whatever you want to call it. You can do that because it has volume. It has a little bit of range, right? So it's got some stuff going for it, which can be a huge plus. But for myself, no position on XRTX. Watch this one go without me. I'm okay with that. I'll move on, look for something higher quality. Now, my experience also tells me that just because I'm being patient, just because I'm being disciplined, that does not mean I'll be rewarded today with a high quality setup. So I don't want to force my trades. So I will not be forcing my trades today. We have XRTX on the scanners here. We can see, if you see on my chart that we have white candles, that is high volume breakout type of strength. That's a lot of volume there. If you see that we have yellow candles, that is the pre-market requirement. So if I'm going to trade any of these stocks, I have to see at least a yellow candle. That's just a volume telling me that there's enough volume there for me to get in, get out with a decent size where it's going to equate to a nice percentage gain. Now, if I see that we have a green or red candle, that is telling me that we have very low volume, and therefore I need to greatly reduce my size, or I could get caught in something with a wide spread and pay for it. So a wide spread is going to be, if you're not sure about what that is, a wide spread means that is the price between the bid and the ask. So if you pull up your level 1 data, you'll see there's a price on the bid and a price on the ask. If you see a wide spread between those two numbers, or you see a large gap between those two numbers, you want to be careful, because then what can happen is a lot of times here in the pre-market, I'm buying the ask and sometimes I'm selling the bid. If I buy the ask and sell the bid immediately on a widespread stock, I will take an immediate loss. And most likely, because of the low volume, I won't get filled on my full order. So again, no volume, no trade. Number one personal rule right there. No volume, no trade. So I can't stress that enough. Hey, Karma, good morning. Good morning, Karma. Good morning, Benny, Adeg. Good to see you guys. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's feeling well today. Hey, Lee, good morning. Hope you were doing well today. So right now we are going over XRTX. Now, even though it's getting some volume and a pop here, right? Let's look left. Let's look left here in the aftermarket session, and don't disregard all of these crazy alerts. A lot of this is a new indicator that I built that is just literally marking all types of scenarios on the chart. I use this to backtest each one of these. So if someone says, "Oh, I really like the 30-minute 200 EMA," well, I can hit that on, and it will basically tell me whenever we've crossed that 30-minute 200 EMA. So I have a whole bunch of alerts on here, as you can see. So don't mind the mess. If it becomes too messy, I may take it off for now. But for me, I've kind of found the way it works for me. Looking left, 96 cents is the high. So XRTX, we know that we hit 96 cents in the aftermarket. So what that tells me now, that we're getting some volume and it's getting a pop up, what that tells me is that even though that we have some volume, even though it looks bullish, even though it has, a lot of boxes checked off for me to possibly trade, I have to understand this is not continuation. What happens when we gap up on the left-hand side here and fall back down, what happens is it creates these bag holders. And if you caught my short video last night, it's in our chat as well. I went over this. What are bag holders? And bag holders are those buyers who buy high or just buy in general. It drops, and instead of exiting their position or taking a loss, they decide to hold on to it. A lot of them will sometimes even average down. In some cases, this can work out for a really nice trade, because if it does reverse, then you built into a position, you have a larger size, and before you know it, you have a larger gain, right? But the same can be true for the downside, right? So you could be adding into your position, buying up here, adding down here to continue to average down, and before you know it, you're all the way down here. So if anyone bought at the top of this move, you'd have to hold on to a 35% negative trade for this to go in the right direction. Now, that is not saying that it's not going to creep back up to the 93 cents, 95 cents, 96 cents highs. It's not saying that at all. But what it's telling me is that it's basically, it has a lot of bags. So it's going to create choppiness. These bag holders are really not sure whether they want to sell, they want to hold, do they want to sell for a loss, do they want to hold for a flat trade or sell for a flat trade, or do they really want to hold on to it till it goes green? And some of those traders, it may not go green, and then they become bag holders. So you start holding overnight and waiting. That is not me saying that it won't go up to 96 cents. What it's saying is that these are going to create choppy moves in this area here. So in this area, I do believe we will see some choppy moves, right? So if I map this out, I'll put this so it's easy to see. We'll highlight this in red, right? And we'll say this is our bag holders. All right. So these are recent bag holders. Let me put that in the center here. And I'll make sure everyone can see it. And there we go. So these are recent bag holders. So if we look left, these are those bag holders. Now, it does not mean that they're going to hold those bags, throughout the day. Hopefully it moves up for everyone. They can exit their position, get some change in their pocket, and have themselves a good weekend. That's not how I trade. So because of these bag holders, I anticipate some choppy price action, right? Choppy price action in here. So if I do trade in here, I would not trade confirmation. I would not look for confirmation, close over, hold, all that. What I would do is quick scalp. Get in, get green, get out, hold yourself a lotto for continuation if you feel that's what it's going to do. You feel it's going to give you a little something extra on that trade, right? But for me, to be honest with you guys, just like I said in the post market, I'm really not in love with this chart. Sure, it gapped up all the way from here. I said I wasn't in love with it down here. It went up to, up 85%. So, to a lot of traders, I may look like, I don't know what I'm doing. It may look like, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. It went up 85%. Of course it's tradable. Well, that's the other part of it. Just because a stock moves up 100% does not mean it's going to fit your strategy. I have a very strict strategy, which is confirmation. I look for a clean close over a key level to hold that level and look for continuation. Now, this may fit the strategy, but it will still qualify as confirmation. So this move yesterday that it made that I did not take part in, it still qualifies as confirmation, but it's, in my opinion, a low quality and inconsistent type of setup. And so I'll just sit out. Now, other traders, maybe made some money on this. It hit our scanners early. It's been all over the scanners fast. So I'm sure that there's traders out there that made some money on this stock. And I'm sure there's different ways to approach and trade this. For bullish momentum, this is not a high quality setup. We had a cheapo stock. We had, if we zoom in, immediately we had major reds. This almost felt like it was an acquisition. There's no news that I saw on this one. That's another red flag. Not that it's a major red flag, but there was no news that I saw on this one. Last I saw, I think that they're just trying to regain compliance with the SEC. So this looks like it was almost like an acquisition, just gap up, go sideways, and that's kind of what it felt like. Then all of a sudden we got this volume, we had a bullish vertical trend, we had a pullback, we had no volume, then all of a sudden we had life, and this is at 5:18, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. By now, I had shut it down, walked away, spending time with the family, and very happy to do so. So I'm okay with missing out on this move. Was this high quality? No. Will you get a high quality trade out of a low quality setup? Yes, you could get high quality. So you could definitely get high quality out of a low quality setup. That does not mean I'm going to throw the kitchen sink at a low quality setup. That means maybe I'll hold a lotto for, again, that continuation. So maybe I'll get in, get green, and get out, and then hold a lotto, which is a small portion of my my position in profit, to give me a little extra icing on the cake, right? So a lot of times what I do is I sell either 25%, 50%, 75%, or 90%, and then hold a small lotto from there for continuation. At that point, there is times where that continuation lotto turns into a complete, 100% move, and that is what I love. That's what I look for. But that being said, I'm not expecting that. I'm just trading the chart as we see it. So XRTX, yes, it's got some volume. You can see it's tapering back down. We can see it hit overbought. And if you see that it says overbought, let me increase the size of this so you can see these easier. This is a new indicator that I built called the key level spotter. It's just really spotting any key levels that are out there that traders would commonly use. So turn this to large. Now we can see it a little bit larger now. So overbought. So just because it's overbought doesn't mean it's going to pull back. But again, if I see that type of signal, I see that type of alert, then I want to be careful. If I'm in the position, maybe I want to lock in some of that profit into this move because I know it's becoming a little extended. So that's how I look at it. Or, the opposite is true as well. Maybe I'm looking for a dip. Maybe we're down here and we have a dip buy. So we have, and let me make these larger as well, so you can see them a little bit better. So large here and large here. Hit OK. So now we'll see this bounce watch level and short watch level. So whenever we cross these lines, it's going to give me an alert on the chart. And that's going to let me know that, hey, it crossed the line here. So even though these lines are updating, the green and red line here on my chart, the bounce watch and the short watch, they're updating. And you'll see on this, this one here. Make it a little bit easier. So this is the key level spotter. So as these levels are updating, they will also be adjusting with the price. So they'll be going up and down. But as they do, we'll have crossovers. We'll have overbought. We'll have alerts to let us know where did they cross over. Was there any opportunity there? Is it worth our trade? Is it something to keep in mind going forward? We can see here oversold. So if I map this out, everyone can see that. Turn the red back off. So see that oversold. We've got another one here, oversold and buy zone. Here's another one right here, oversold and buy zone. What this means is that it's crossing these levels. So anytime that it crosses these levels, it's going to give me an alert. This is a new indicator that I built that should be out today or this weekend. This is a new indicator that's basically predicting where we're going to see the pressure, which is up here, and where we're going to see possible support, which is down here. This is going to adjust on the fly. Now, I will not trade this indicator blindly. That's just not how it works. But it does give me a really good indication. I basically look at it as my, my prediction, right? It's predicting moves. So it's a fortune teller for us, right? I guess it's our crystal ball, or our version of it anyways. So it's letting us know that, yes, if it gets up here, it is overbought. See the overbought level, profit target level. So anytime you see that it crosses these levels, it's going to then plot that on the chart and let us know. That way I can go through history and I could say, how many times did it overbuy or overbought or give the overbought signal? How many times did it give the oversold signal? How many times did it give the buy signal, right? So that way I can really back test this and see if it's feasible for me to take trades on it. We've got, let's see, TCJH on the scanner, TCJH. So let's see what we have on TCJH. Getting a small pop. We can see that, again, not a white candle, not a yellow candle. This means it has low volume. Low volume mover here, TCGH. You can see getting a little bit of volume. I'm seeing 5,000 shares. Just not enough volume for me to trade that, guys. So I'll probably sit out. And I'll be in and out of the chats. So right now it's a little quiet. All right. I've got TCGH on another chart here, marking. And you'll see the cursor on your screen, but I have another chart and another screen that I'll be marking each one of these charts. So we have, let's pull this up. Dogs are barking for some reason. What you barking for, dogs? All right, TCGAH, getting these levels out to our chat now. So it's the first thing I do, mark the chart, look for key levels. You can see we have a lot of resistance on this chart. We'll get this out now. No position for myself at this time. TCJH updated. Feel free to compare your levels to mine. I've got resistance here at 120. If we look left, you can see that we don't have too many recent bags. Here's some recent bags over here, though. So it may be choppy. Not the cleanest of gaps. TCGAH showing a 7 million share float. Very low volume. I'm not sure about that one right now. We'll keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Again, number one personal rule is no volume, no trade. We've got the key level spotter on it as well. So this is a separate style of marking. So we've got our confirmation levels over here. So these three charts, confirmation, 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 and this is our key level spotter. So I'll be using a few different charts. Hey, Custom Carport, good morning. Lee, good morning. Nate, good morning. Good to see you guys. Thank you all for joining. Let's find the value. Yes, Carport. ICU is on the list. Yep, we've got it right up here. So in our chat, we've got, if you guys are in the Discord, you'll have access to these mark charts. You'll have all these mark charts like you see here. So you have access to all of my levels. And if you go to the key levels, you'll also have access to all of my key levels. So today I'm watching ICU. So far, it's the only stock that I put in here. 147, 150. That's the key level I'm watching on that one, Carport. So ICU over 147, 150. It is not going to be A+, has a cluster of resistance, and is a cheapo. So despite my my thought there and my possible trade, ICU has been on the choppier side, I have to say. It's been pretty choppy. I was hoping for more fluent price action. Have not seen it yet. So ICU will be on watch. Will I trade it aggressive? I don't think I will. It is a cheapo. It's under $2. It's sitting here around $1. This did start well below $1. If I zoom on out, come on down here, 42 cents. So it was not long ago that this stock was around 42 cents. So I'm not overly concerned with it, but I will say that, you know, I was excited to trade ICU yesterday. It didn't work out for me, and choppy day. I actually ended green on ICU, but MDAI took me into the red. So we started out with, I think, like a 10 to 15% trade on ICU in the morning yesterday. And then after that, unfortunately, I had a couple red trades. We had another green trade on ICU, but took a trade on the market open as well and gave it back. So red day yesterday for me, choppy. Over trading, trading cheapos, trading lower quality setups. It seems to be how it's going lately. So again, want to be very careful as we have a lot of risk associated with this type of move. So yes, I'll be watching ICU. It's on watch. I've got alerts set. So if you guys have been trading for a while, just set your alert. This little white dotted line you can see here, 134. We start to cross that, I'll get an alert. I have another one here at 121. So I have a couple alerts on my chart that will notify me if we start to gap up. XRTX getting another pop in volume. You can see XRTX getting a pop in volume. Pre-market high was up here around 95 cents. And of course, we had the aftermarket high at 96 cents. So XRTX might be the flavor of the day. If it is, I think I will sit out. It's Friday, guys. I'm green on the week, and that's what's most important. I do not want to go into the weekend red, and I do not want to extend losses from yesterday, and I do not want to get caught over trading cheapos and lower quality setups. So we'll be very patient looking for a high quality setup. If we get it, great, and if we don't, then I will sit here on my hands, and we'll just sit here yapping. So if you guys see anything, let me know. If it's low float, I'll mark it. If it's not low float, I'm not too concerned with it here in the pre-market session. If I ever trade Tesla, SPY, AMD, things like that, which I'm in AMD right now, we took a swing trade. We do have a swing trade channel as well. So if you guys are in our Discord, just go down to the swing ideas, and you'll see that the swing idea that we put in there last was good old AMD. So we had AMD with a support area down here. We were buying into this dip. It worked out really well for us, and we took a nice trade on AMD. So if you guys are in AMD, not a bad idea to lock in profit. I've already scaled out most of my position, so at this point, it's a lot of. But was hoping to add as it dipped. It did not dip, which is never, it's really a good problem to have. Sure enough, it spiked up, and we were able to take profit pretty quick. So it was just days to a week or so after that trade. Yeah, I appreciate that, Carmen. That means a lot. You guys, if you're listening in on YouTube, you're joining in on our YouTube live session, and you want more videos, you want more live sessions just like this one, thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with your fellow traders. That way I know that you guys want more just like this, and I can create more content like this each week. Hearing something on the scanners. Let me see. I've got a scanner here that I need to pull up. I'm a scanner nerd, guys. I've got so many scanners, it's not even funny. I've got even scanners here in TradingView. We go to TradingView, I've got scanners in here. What do we have on the, let's see, daily low float swing watch scanner here. We've got PBLA, EDI, VRAR, and WKSP. I've got, let's see, 52-week low floaters. We've got ASTI, APLM, CRIS, FHTX. I will not trade these until we get volume. So can't stress that enough. No volume, no trade. It's very, very crucial to my own trading. CDIO hitting the scanners. Very low volume. Let's see what it looks like. Key level spotter. Yep, we got a little pop there. And 7,000 shares, so no volume. Let me mark it. So you'll see me marking. You'll see the cursor running around, but this is actually me marking it on a separate screen. Okay. All right. So another cheapo here. Go figure, right? CDIO. Getting a little tired of talking about cheapos, guys. So I'm going to have to change my name to the cheapo trader or the cheapo talker because I don't trade them often. Key levels are out here on CDIO, getting it in chat. CDIO updated. And so now you have access to all of my key levels here in Discord and everyone out there on live. Big cat. Hey, left lane, good morning. Rebel, good morning. No, Big Cat just said whenever he hears me say no volume, no trade, it always he ends up humming no woman, no cry. It's funny. So CDIO, is this tradable? Nah, it's not. No volume there. So sitting on my hands, being patient, guys. Friendly reminder to drink those coffees and teas before they get cold. Mine seems to get cold all the time. Need to get a little hot cup or something. Back to HUBC. HUBC making some noise. A little cheapo, getting some volume here. HUBC looking left. Aftermarket, we're above those highs. We've got some action here. HUBC, guys, getting some volume. Key level 75 cents, close over 75 cents, then 78 cents and 80 cents. This is a cheapo, under $1. Seeing a bullish vertical trend. There's your pop. There's a target. 78 cents, 79 cents. Needs to close now over 80 cents for continuation. Ooh, HUBC, we caught you. We found you. Not in this position, guys. HUBC hitting the scanners. And HUBC was on the watch list. So pull up Discord, go to the watch list that I post every night, and you'll see HUBC. We see you. You're not getting biased. Nothing ever does. So HUBC on the scanners here. We've got 80 cents. Close over 80 cents is worth watching if you like cheapos. Needs to hold that level. Target would be 83 cents, 89 cents, and 92 cents. All the way up here to $1.05. And we've got levels up to, well, we've got levels going up the side. So HUBC, excuse me, is hitting the scanners. Let me get this in chat as well, so everyone can see that. HUBC is hitting the scanners. We can see that on a cheapo scanner that I have here. So cheapo scanner, showing it in pink, letting us know that there's a lot of volume. So this is our cheapo scanner. Price is in red, which means it is a cheapo. HUBC hitting pre-market highs. Pre-market high here is 79 cents, a penny shy of our 80-cent level. Close over 80 cents is worth watching for continuation. I can see that it's hitting a profit target. So if we pull it up on the key level spotter here, HUBC, let's see what it's looking like. Yeah, HUBC. Oof, it's above the short watch, above the profit target, and above the overbought. Now, this is a cheapo. Typically, you're not going to find shares to short on cheapos. But that being said, whenever I see that we're gapping up into something like this and I'm in the position, I may want to lock in profit because what it's telling me is it's very extended. Now, that does not mean it won't continue. It could continue from here and go up. But what it does tell me is it is a bit extended. And so maybe I don't want to be overly aggressive with my my order here. So HUBC, target hit, 80 cents, did not close over yet. If anyone's in, 83 cents next resistance, which I would consider a target. Did not close over 80 cents yet. So that means if we pull up, we look at this candle here, click on this. This candle, the body, did not close over my line. Let's keep it simple. The body of this candle did not close over my key level. And so therefore, it did not confirm that level yet. And that's why you see now this pullback on HUBC. And that's okay. This is a breather, right? This is a very extended chart. So it doesn't mean it's going to continue, falling down, but it does need a little breather here, right? Especially if I'm looking to trade something like this. I really prefer to see that red candle and that breather. And that's what we're seeing here, just a breather. So we've got 10 seconds left on this candle. And look at that. It's turning into a false breakout. So right here, guys, we're now avoiding a false breakout. So if I was trading this and I was just trading without this strategy, I may have taken a loss here because we got the volume. We started to get a spike. We started to get some movement, right? So it looked like it was good. It looked like it was strong. But we know that it was hitting the profit target. It looks like a mashup of levels here, but that's because there's more than one alert being hit there. And what it's doing is it did not close, right? The candle did not close and confirm our key level of 80 cents, but we did hit that target at 80 cents. So if you're in the position, not a bad idea, like I said, to lock in some of that profit. Now, again, that doesn't mean it's going to continue further down. Doesn't mean it's going to pop back up. I don't know that, guys. I don't know that. Nobody knows that. Anybody tells you that they know that, they're lying to you. So I don't predict the move. I let the chart tell me what the move is going to do. So confirmation is what I trade. And look at this, 2 pullbacks on HUBC once we entered that overbought level. So it's a good idea to lock in profit. Now, will it break these highs again? I don't know. It could. I hope it does. I hope it gives our traders, especially in the bullish side, some momentum. Because again, short sellers are not typically short selling these cheaper stocks under $1. They could be quite expensive for fees. But HUBC did not post a major red here. So I take that back. Major red, negative 3.5%. And major red here, 3%. And this is technically speaking, not a major red either. Now, when we're trading cheapos like this under $1, under $2, those major reds are more common. So we have to get used to it, right? If you're trading these type of stocks, you love trading cheapos, get used to major reds because they're going to be a part of your trading. So this is, look at XRTX, right? If you can't bear major reds, then maybe stay away from cheapos because the start of this move started with a major red, major red, major red, major. So any of these pink candles you see on my chart are major reds, negative 4% candles or greater. So if you see that, that is something to be careful with because basically it's telling us a story. It's saying, yeah, sure, I've got some volume. Sure, I've got some price action. I've got some legs and I'm running in the right direction. But I do have some pullbacks here that you may want to look at before you decide on your size and of course where to put your mental stop loss, because here in the pre-market session we can't set a hard stop. So we are trading around a mental stop loss. So that means I've got my finger on the trigger just like anyone else. And typically, if it goes against me, I've got oh crap hotkeys set that are sell the bid minus increments. So sell the bid minus 2, sell the bid minus 5, sell the bid minus 10. Get me out of that position is what that button and what those hotkeys are for. And I have multiple ways to execute the same type of approach. So get the same end game by basically just having multiple ways to do so. And a good thing to keep in mind too, guys, is that if you have an order sitting there and you haven't canceled it, you got to make sure to cancel it. If it does not get filled, make sure to cancel your order. I can't tell you how many times in the past I got caught with that, where I didn't cancel out my order. It was still sitting there. The stock knifed down. I get filled. I didn't even know it. And before you know it, I'm taking a hefty loss. So if you only got a partial fill, or if you only have, you end up getting, you didn't get filled and it's just sitting there and it gaps up without you and you say, oh, I missed out. Well, make sure to cancel your order, because if you don't cancel your order, you can get caught in something that you're just not aware of. So I remember a few times when that happened to me and it literally made me jump out. We'd be having lunch or something and I'd be like, oh man, I get an alert on my phone. I say, hang on, I got to run into the office. Something's going on here. Yeah, Lee, there's a link in the description. So anyone who is looking to join the Discord, if you want to get access to all of this information real time, you want to get access to this, I trade live every day from 7:30 a.m. Eastern time to 9:30 a.m. Eastern time every day. This is what I'm doing. We're in voice together. We have a really, really great team. We work together trying to find these low float stocks and momentum. That's what we're typically looking for. And we also have bounce watch alerts. So if you're in our Discord, you'll see that we also have bounce watch alerts in here as well. So we'll get alerts throughout the day that are going to notify us of the time that the alert came through. It's going to notify the price and the volume, and it's going to let us know it's either a short watch or a bounce watch. If it's a bounce watch, that means if you're short, you may want to be careful because you may not want to short when you see that alert, and vice versa. If you see a short watch, you may not want to go long, right? So just a few heads up plays there. But the only way that the bounce watch alerts will work is if we have momentum first. So we need that momentum first. So that's what we're looking for. So if HUBC starts to pop, get a lot of volume, break through these levels, continue up, right? We get that continuation. Well, then I'll be setting alerts on this one for our team. So I set each one of these alerts on these stocks manually. I pick and choose which one is really worthy of those alerts because I really don't feel that they're all worthy of that. So no position for myself at this time. No trades yet this morning. I'm green on the week. Would like to keep it that way. I'd like to stay green going into the weekend. There's nothing worse than screwing it all up and giving back profit on a Friday, right? HUBC is curling back up a little bit. Yellow candles, that's good. That's what we want to see at least. If we see these green candles, we know we have very low volume. If we see red candles, we know we have very low volume. If we see the white candle, that is very high volume. That's going to be that breakout type of volume. No position for myself at this time. HUBC is the only stock that I hear on our scanners. So real-time scanners here built through Trade Ideas. I've been building scanners for a long time now. And back testing and back testing and back testing, you name it. We've got it. So no position for myself at this time. Sitting on my hands for now. We'll look for high quality setups. Not sure that we'll see them, guys. I won't be out here forcing trades. So for me, again, I have a strict strategy. Everyone has a strategy, or you should. If you don't, then you can get caught, just playing around this market. It's not a game. So be careful, guys. This is a career. If you want to be here next year, you want to be here 5 years from now, 10 years from now, then I suggest that you get a strategy that is keeping you consistently profitable. And if you're not consistently profitable, then I suggest spending time achieving that first before worrying about your size and the rest. The rest will fall into place. First, you have to pick and really find a strategy that's going to suit you as a trader, because we're all different. I used to trade momentum with Warrior Trading and Ross Cameron, and it didn't work out for me. And I love the guy. I think he's really great. I've learned a lot from him, but it wasn't for me. So I had to adapt my strategy to something that I would be able to execute and have less issue doing so. My strategy is built around mitigating risk, guys. That's the most important factor of this strategy, mitigating risk. So HUBC hit the target. So anyone who was in, that's a target hit at 80 cents, right? So looking for confirmation here. If you're trading this cheapo for confirmation, low quality setup, we're looking for a clean close, right? A body of one of these candles, green, to close over this key level. Now, if I see a white candle and it closes over, it should be a green candle, but we'll verify. If I click on this, it turns off the indicator so I can see red, green candles. But I usually know by just watching the price action. So sitting here watching HUBC, try to get back up over 80 cents, close over 80 cents. Target would be 83 cents. Measure that gap. Is it worth my trade? No. Does it mean it will be a low quality setup? Yes. Will it give low quality results? I don't know. It could give high quality results on a low quality setup. It can happen all the time. A lot of times, especially beginner traders will justify a bad trade or a bad setup if they made money. So if you made money, you have a hard time really understanding whether it was right or wrong what you did there. So I know I did that in the beginning of my trading a lot. I would make bad decisions. I would lose money, make money. And the times I made money, I thought, well, I must have been right here, right? Something was right. But there can be bad setups that give good quality trades regardless. But it's less consistent in my experience. It is 7:50 a.m. Eastern time. We've got under 10 minutes until 8 a.m. You'll see these late prints come onto the charts here. These are late prints that have not been recorded yet this morning. They all get recorded there at 8 and create those wonky charts. They go crazy up, down, you name it. It goes all over the place. We'll have bounce watch alerts, whatever. Keep an eye on the level 1 and level 2 data. If you keep an eye, just simply level 1. Level 1, the bid and ask will tell you where the actual price is. So pull up the bid, pull up the ask, pull up your brokerage there and know where the actual price is. HUBC is testing resistance, getting a small pop here, getting some volume, seeing over 50,000 shares on this candle, now testing resistance at 80 cents. That's HUBC. If I were to take a trade here, 80 cents, close over, I'd have to greatly reduce my size as I look at this as a risk it for the biscuit. Look at that. Filled the gap to 83 cents. Now it needs to close over 83 cents. But keep in mind, we have not closed over 80 cents yet. So close over 80 and 83 cents needs to hold. So hold that door. If we close below, it's bearish. So right here, target would be 83 cents. Even though we gapped up into that level, and even though it's not a huge gap, right now, it's bullish over 80, 83 cents is a target. Scale out at 83 cents, lock in profit, and look for continuation. There's your 83 cents there. Now, if we start to come under 80 cents, there's room for concern, right? Closed over 80 cents. There's your target. Scale out, take profit. 85 cents now new high. So anyone who took this trade should be green. Not a bad idea to lock in profit as we have not closed over our 83 cent level. So if we're looking for continuation here on HUBC, it needs to close over 83 cents for continuation. Close over 83 cents, target would be then 89 cents, and we are talking cheapos here. Again, we are talking cheapos. And I will say that the strategy is, less probable, less consistent on stocks that are under $1. So that is another reason why I'm not in love with cheapos. But it does not mean we won't get the move. If we're looking for volume, it's here. If you're looking for volume, this is where the volume is. So we've got our 1-minute volume leaders list. We've got 236,000 shares on HUBC. So how many shares are you guys trading? If you're trading 5,000 shares, 10,000 shares, 20,000 shares, well, I think 230,000 shares is enough volume for you to get in, get out, and lock in your profit on a move like this. And this is what I expect on HUBC. Closed above, filled the gap, so very high risk setup. Then we get in, closed, hit the target 83 cents. If we close below 80 cents, that's all she wrote. That's where I say, hey, I no longer can call this bullish. Right now, it's not really bullish or bearish because it's in between the gap. It's already filled this gap. So the gap has filled. So the probability of this gap filling again is less likely. But with that being said, if we're going to get continuation 89 cents to 92 cents to $1, $1.05, the only way we'll get that is if we fill this gap again. So even though the probability is less likely, we still want to see that. But if we're looking for confirmation, we already filled the gap here. So the higher quality setup would be a close over 83 cents. That doesn't make it a high quality setup. It's just a higher quality setup. So close over 83 cents will then have to hold. Target would be then 89 cents. If we measure this move, and we can assess these moves if you have the chart marked and you have this in our Discord, you guys have access to all of these levels. You can assess and then measure these gaps. And you can say, you know, this is a 6.5% gap, right? I'm looking at 6.5% on this gap. Is that worth my trade? I'm seeing some major reds here. Is this worth my trade? Well, maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. It really depends on your risk tolerance and the size of your account, and really, you know, whether you're green this week or not, you're using cushion or not, you know, whatever it may be. There's a lot of different factors. So everyone will be different, but the strategy remains the same. This is now bearish. Why is this bearish? Because it closed under that white line. If it closes over 83 cents, then that's what I'd look for. So I would bail here. If I was in this position, I did not sell. For me, I would bail. Now, again, this is a cheapo, so this, these cheapos have a mind of their own. It could just gap up out of nowhere. And right now, I'm not hearing anything else on the scanners, and so therefore, we might get that boredom trading, right? Might get those bored retail traders that are just taking trades for the heck of it, right? So you may see that, and you may see a little pop here, and that's okay. I want to see now a close over 83 cents. And you guys will see this level I have here, 83 cents. Close over is bullish. Close back below is bearish. So right now I am bearish. Bearish Bill has just mutated here in the pre-market session, and I am no longer bullish on HUBC until it closes over 83 cents. And if it closes over 83 cents, the target would then be 89 cents, which we can now see how we have a short watch level. So let's check it out on the key level spotter. So getting a pop here. We've got the 1 minute 9 EMA, the 1 minute 20 EMA here at 77 cents and 79 cents. So maybe we get a pop. We've got short watch levels around 88 cents, and this will adjust with the price and volume. So this would probably get up to about 90, 95 cents before we see a pullback, if we see a pullback. Well, we'll see. HUBC getting a pop. We can see a white candle, lots of volume. 30 seconds left on this candle. You can see the ticker countdown on the right-hand side over here. So that's very important to me because I don't anticipate these close overs. The only time that I'll buy before it actually closes over is if we're within maybe 5 seconds of that close. So I watch this ticker countdown. We've got 15 seconds on HUBC. Where will it close? Will it close over 80 cents? Maybe. Will it close over 83 cents? Maybe. We have a lot of volume here. So let's take a look. Closing here in 5 seconds. And this is not an A+ confirmation. This is not a high quality setup. Yes, it's closing over 80 cents. This is a risk it for the biscuit on this cheapo. So anyone who are getting in here, again, stop area would be just below the 80 cent level. And this would be a mental stop, right? So this would be a mental stop loss area. And that is because why? This is in the pre-market session. So we don't have the luxury of having a hard stop on a low quality setup. And that's why I like trading low quality setups a little bit more during market hours rather than in the pre-market, because I can set up an order with a hard stop. And look at that. Nasty. Look at that. Stopped out, right? And unfortunately, you know, I'd be stopped out for possibly a decent loss. But again, not trading here, not trading this setup, because why? We need to see a close over 83 cents for it to be bullish. And I did not see it. LICN on the scanners. Major red candle here. Hit our target of 83 cents. Now we need to see a close over 83 cents. So you can set your alerts. Just right click, add alert. Boom. We're done. That's it. That's all you got to do. Now we will no longer be sitting here glued to HUBC. HUBC, you are officially dead to us. Add alert. Right click. Hit create. There we go. We have alerts. You're dead to us. We don't care about you anymore. We've got a major red here, negative 4.5% candle. Have we had major reds before? Yes, we have. We've got one there. We've got one there. So we have major reds on this chart. It's something to be aware of. And this is why it's telling us a story. And this is why I'm not in love with cheapos. But that being said, still, the strategy remains the same. If it's going to get to 89 cents, going to get up to 92 cents and $1, well, it has to close over 80 cents and hold, right? It has to do it because it can't just gap up from here to $1. Which I guess it could, but typically that's not how it happens. Typically it's going to close over a level, hold, and continue up from there. So the key level here is going to be 83 cents. So if you're trading confirmation, the higher quality setup would be 83 cents. Not a high quality setup, but a higher quality setup than the setup over 80 cents. This gap has already filled, and again, the probability of the gap filling again over here is less likely. This is what we went over. I've got LICN. Pulling this one up as well. Let's take out XRTX for now because I really don't care about this one. LICN is marked. We've got key levels on LICN. We'll go over this chart together here in just a minute. Get this in our chat. LICN updated. So if you're in Discord and you want to chart fast, guys, come into the Discord, go to the search bar, and type in the ticker. So HUBC updated. Hit enter, and there you go. So you have access to the charts fast. If you're looking for maybe a key level, so ICU, WW. And there you go. There's our key levels. So if you want to get to this stuff fast, you can do that through the search in Discord. So just type in, that's why I add updated to the end of each chart. So when I add the chart, I add the ticker and updated. The reason I do that is so you guys can access this as soon as possible. No position for myself at this time. No trades yet this morning. We've got 8 a.m. 8 a.m. late prints. Chart here in LICN. Is it attractive? I wouldn't say so. And why do I say that? Because after looking at this, I'm seeing a cluster of resistance. So we're seeing a large cluster of resistance all the way through. Does that mean I won't trade it? No. Does that mean it won't give us a high quality setup or high quality result? No, it doesn't mean that. That's not what it means. What it means is this is basically telling me a story and saying, hey, if you trade this, you may want to reduce your size. This is pretty high risk. So you want to be careful. So HUBC, we'll pull back to this one here for now. And this is what I'm talking about. See this nasty candle here? It looks like crazy. If you're a beginner trader, you're probably not too sure what the heck is going on here. If you just are starting to look at charts recently, you're probably wondering what the heck is that? That is at 8 a.m. from anywhere from 8 a.m. to about 8:30, usually to about 8:15, but sometimes up to 8:30. That's late prints that have or trades that have not been recorded yet. Hearing LIPO on the scanner, LIPO, marking this one for our team. LIPO is showing a 3 million share float, 3 million share float on LIPO. Mark this chart. And we'll get these key levels out. All right. LIPO, I have a lot of resistance on this chart. We start to gap up, though. It starts to open up a little bit up here. So it's going to look like a mess at first, guys. But the point is, I've got about 100% of levels on this. LIPO has been updated. Key level is going to be around, looks like 338, 340, 338, 345, 350. Cluster of resistance on LIPO. Getting a pop here. That's ticker LIPO. Seeing a 3 million share float. Key level would be around 345. Keep in mind, we've got 350 right here as a mental half dollar. So 345, 350 in the key levels channel. So LIPO is worth watching. Close over. Let's see, 345 and 350. And this is not a plus because this has a cluster of resistance. So I'll add that red flag in there. And as of now, it looks like a major pullback. This is nasty. And this is why I don't like to trade off of the scanners themselves. So the scanners are our radar. They're going to let us know where is the value in the market. Where is it? Where's the volume? Where's the value? Where's the possible trades going to occur? So we do have that major red. I'll add that to our key level. And that's, so if you guys have the key levels, guys, there we go. LIPO, 345 and 350, right? So 345, 350, and I put 50 cents there, but let me redo that, guys, so no one gets confused there. Like, Bob, you said it was good over 50 cents. Should I buy it? All right, there we go. No news on it. Appreciate it, Doc. Well, luckily, I'll tell you, our strategy does not require news. That's what's the beauty of confirmation trading. It does not require news, which is so great because I used to be a news trader. But what I found in my experience was news that moved a stock today had no effect tomorrow. That's what I found out. News that moved stocks 3 years ago, 4 years ago, have no effect today. A lot of our traders in chat can tell you that as well. That being said, if it has news, that's a plus. It is a plus. It draws more attention, draws more eyes onto that name. So that's a plus. That's what we want. We want more eyes on it. Do we need news? No, we don't need news. We just need a confirmation. So we need LIPO to get its butt over this resistance, 345, 350. Despite of our thoughts, that's where it's bullish. Down here is bearish. This is bullish. It's that simple, right? Just draw a line on your chart there and say, if you get above this line, I am thinking that you are bullish. That's one signal that's telling me that you are bullish. And if it's down below that line, then it's bearish, right? So I want to get out. So above I can get in, below I want to get out. Seeing if we have any news. I don't see any news on LIPO right now. Guys, I see no news on it. I like that LIPO is not a cheapo. I like that. But where did it start? It started as $1.46. So technically speaking, it's below 2. It was a cheapo. So technically it is a cheapo. But LIPO over 345 up here, 345. This little red dotted line up here. This is what I want to see. Give me something. Give me something good. All right. That's a resistance. And we'll call this, Resistance. Save this. Hopefully I spelled that right. All right. Resistance at 345. Add a little thing here. And look at this. So what's going on here so far today, guys? What's happening? We are avoiding major losses. We are not making money right now, but we are securing our profit from the week. We're securing our profit from the month, and we're not giving it back. That is why I stay consistent, is because I just don't go out here trading all willy-nilly, right? We got to have a strategy in place. We've got to stay disciplined, and we have to stick to what works. And what works for me is confirmation trading. So it's kept me consistent. It's going to keep me here a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. I've been here for a while, and I look to stay here for a while. I'm very fortunate to have this career. So I will be looking for high quality setups. And if it is not a high quality setup, I will reduce my size, tighten up my mental stop loss here in the pre-market session. If it was regular market, tighten up that hard stop. And I will be very careful because these are not A+ setups. These are not high quality setups. So I don't want to throw the kitchen sink at something that's very low quality, because my experience and statistics show me that that's where I get into trouble. So would rather not. Guys, quick reminder, drink those coffees and teas before they get cold. Need to get a sip of mine in. No position for myself at this time. No trades yet this morning. ManFam, AMWL. You know, we did go over this one last night in the post-market session. Let me see. I'll pull it up on our ICU, I guess, for now. AMWL. You know what I don't like about this one? You know what I don't like about this one and why I will stay clear and not trade this one whatsoever? That float size. 223 million share float. That is too high for me. I will not be trading a float that high. Typically for low float stocks, guys, so it's very clear, I consider low float stocks to be any stock that has a float less than 150 million share float. I really prefer, and confirmation is more successful in stocks between 1 and 25 million share float. So if you're looking for the higher quality setups, it's going to be between 1 and 25 million. If you're looking for lower quality setups, it's going to happen outside of the 25 million up to 75 million. And if you're looking for just risk it for the biscuit complete setups, you're looking at 75 million to 150 million share float. Now, stocks that have less than 1 million share float, that I consider a micro float, and I want to be very careful with the micro floats as they have a mind of their own. A micro float can move on very little volume, as there isn't a whole lot of shares available for trading, so they can be manipulated and moved pretty quickly, even on low volume. So I'll be careful of that. But AMWL, no, I will not be trading, will not be watching, will not worry about that one myself. So I'll sit out if that's our mover on the day. And that's not to say it's not going to get moving on the day and give us some opportunity or traders opportunity out there. But for me, it's just not going to fit the bill. It's not going to do it. It's my pleasure, man. Hey, Zeus, always good to see you, man. I hope you have a great day today. Wish you were able to sit in with us each day. Natty has been crushing it as usual. It's hard to find some opportunity in this market, though. I'll tell you, it's hard to find anything high quality. In my opinion, anyways. For my strategy, I guess maybe you guys are finding something better than I am. I don't know. HUBC, you're dead to us. HUBC, you are absolutely dead to us until you get over our 83-cent level, in which case we will be ready to possibly trade you. But we'll keep in mind, cheapo, that's one red flag. Major reds, that's 2 red flags, right? Cluster of resistance on a cheapo, that's 3 red flags. So these red flags are adding up. And if you're not sure what the heck I'm talking about with these red flags, come into Discord. We've got examples. Come on down here. We've got examples on each one of these red flags, if I can find it. Let's see. Major red flags. Here we go. Red flags. Cluster of resistance. What is it? It's a whole bunch of levels. We've got videos out here too. So if you guys want examples, that's the point of this Discord, guys. Day trading education. That is what we're doing. We are focused in on day trading education, saving ourselves and saving our butts from taking losses, working together as a team for the same common goal. Make money, get in, get green, get out, lock in the profit, and enjoy our lives. And we are able to do that because we have a solid team working together. Bullish vertical trend. What is it? What's a bullish vertical trend? Well, you'll see that right here in our chat. Clear examples of each one of these major reds. Major reds have been spotted. What should we do? Well, there's a few different things that we could do. But what I like to do is either reduce my size, tighten up the stop loss, or avoid the trade altogether. And you guys have this video here going over that. So we've got a lot of information here. We've got breaking news, market charts, day trading chat. And right now we are sitting on our hands, waiting for opportunity, waiting for something to give us some life in the market. HUBC, do it. Give us something. Even if I don't trade it, I still want it to go up. It may spur some life into a better quality setup elsewhere. But for now, no position for myself. 8:11 a.m. Eastern time, Friday pre-market session. This is a live YouTube session, guys. If you find any value in this video, please consider giving a thumbs up and subscribe for more content just like this. If you give it a thumbs up, comment, and share with your fellow traders, that tells me that you want more videos, more sessions just like this, and I'd be more than happy to do that. But guys, show me that that's what you want. If so, thumbs up, share it, like, subscribe, you name it. Let's get this out there. This is free educational content going over my strategy every day, live in voice. I do this every day in our Discord. We have a premium Discord. We have a free Discord as well. The links are in the description, so please feel free to join. Reach out with questions anytime. I try to answer as many questions as I can, but we do have a full confirmation strategy guide available for anyone who's looking to learn my strategy in detail, looking for volume requirements, looking for how to mark the chart exactly the way I do, looking for just anything. If you're looking for the details of my strategy, it is available, so reach out and we can get that out to you. But for me, no volume, no trade. Number one personal rule. We all have personal rules, right? So sitting on my hands for now, and no trades at this time. Yes, Jesus. Hey, Kate. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate everyone joining. If you guys are in the live chat in YouTube, let me see it. XRTX on the scanner. Let's see those late prints. Let's get rid of LIPO for now. This is a ugly chart, isn't it? XRTX getting some pop here. Look at this crazy candle, right? I'm not sure if you guys can see that. This is a wick, a giant wick on this candle. That is late prints. Pull up the level 1 data. That's all you need. Level 1 bid and ask. I'll tell you what it is. And if you guys see anything low float that I'm missing, then let me know. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Johnny Rogers, how do you get the confirmation guide? There should be a link in the description, but if you can, just reach out to me privately. You can join our free Discord. You can message me. You can email me if you prefer. So bullishboblive@gmail.com or at Gmail. Feel free to reach out anytime. I'd be more than happy to go over it with you. So anyone who gets the confirmation guide will have the full detailed description of my strategy, and you'll have pretty much the meat and potatoes of what I do here. And you'll also get a live session with me going over the guide, where I'll sit with you and we will actually go over the guide in detail. And I'll like to answer questions. Usually everyone that gets the guide, usually a week or two later, that's when questions and the live session occurs. And that's where we can really narrow down some of the things that traders are confused about. I try to make it as simple as possible. So no position for myself at this time. No trades yet. This morning we're watching the paint dry on XRTX. We've got HUBC. I think HUBC is the closest to the pre-market highs here, 80 cents. Pre-market high was 85 cents, so it has to close over 83 cents for continuation. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, Russell, good question. Who actually gets in the original spike moves like LIPO God candle? That's a good way to put it right there. You know who gets into that, Russell? It's the same traders that are taking a loss on the same type of setup. Most times, not always the case. There's some traders that can handle that, I guess, or at least that's what they'll tell you. But I think that most of the traders getting in on this initial move, if they're taking this trade, well, then they're taking the next trade that does that, the next stock that does it, the next stock that does, right? You would think that they have to take every spike that happens, right? So you think that they're going to be suffering some great losses. And Russell, you guys, there's a lot of traders here in our chat that you've been trading for a long enough time that you can agree that that is not a consistent type of strategy. Now, I'm sure you could add other filters, conditions, and parameters onto it to possibly make it something. I hunted for that for a long time, Russell. I hunted for that. How do I get a perfect scanner, right? I've got scanners galore, right? If I'll show you guys here. So everyone on YouTube knows what the heck I'm talking about. So these are the scanners we have. We have, scanners galore. I'm a scanner nerd 100%. But that does not, I have not found a single scanner that we can trade off of blindly and just be like, no, all we got to do is listen to that thing, yell out a name, and just trade blindly. Do it. No, not happening. Not happening. Not for me anyways. So I think for me to establish consistency, it was better to find a strategy that was more consistent and more fitting to my style. So for me, confirmation is the way to go. Confirmation for momentum, bounce watch alerts for dips, and we've got a couple trend idea trades here as well here, but I really like the momentum. Is my favorite. That's where I get the bulk of my profits. HUBC giving us some life here, testing resistance just below our 80-cent level. HUBC, let's see what it does. Want to see it close over 80 cents at least to even start watching it, right? The only reason we're watching it right now is because why? We have nothing else on the scanners that's worth watching. So we'll keep an eye on it for now. Exactly, left. Yeah, I think you're the one that started that. I'm a skin nerd. 100%. You better believe I am. You better believe it. I have tried everything. I've tried, like I said, I've tried everything to find the value off just trading off a scanner, and I have not found success doing that. And I've been trading for years. I've been building scanners for years. So I have not found a successful strategy doing something like that. And I've backtested so many things I've backtested. You know what was tough about backtesting scanners and alerts and things like that? You could backtest for, 5-6 months and then realize that it's a worthless setup or a worthless attempt, right? Like I said, you could add other conditions to it to increase the probability, I guess. But I've tried all different ways, and unfortunately, there's times where you just spend, you jump into that rabbit hole and you're digging, and before you know it, you realize, oh man, there's nothing here. So I just wasted. I wouldn't say wasted time. I don't want to say that. I take that back. I didn't waste time, but I was able to face the facts and understand what is high quality, what's low quality. What for me, everyone's different too. So what's high quality for me may not be high quality for you. Yeah, Russell, exactly. Yeah, I don't know who's trading that, man. It's algorithms. I think it's just algorithms, and that's the thing too. We are trading with algorithms, right? We are trading with computers, right? We are humans, retailers. We are trading with computer-based trading, and so technically we should be losing the battle. But the idea here for me is trying to depict where the algos will start to make their moves and just ride the wave, right? I'm just trying to ride the wave with the algos. I'm not trying to fight them. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just trying to join them. That's all. Just trying to get my little piece, get in, get green, get out, lock in profit, walk away, spend time with the family, enjoy life. And that's the point of trading. It's financial freedom, and I absolutely love it. and I'm very fortunate. 35, guys. I'm 35 years old, house paid for, cars paid for. Not in any way bragging. That is not what this is. I do not want to come across that way. I'm just very proud of my situation. I've gotten to a point where I'm very comfortable in life. I continue to grow. I'm going to continue to grow. I've got my kids growing too. My wife the other day actually mentioned, she heard me on the live trading say that my youngest son was 10. I got in trouble for that, guys. My wife laid into me. I was wrong. My youngest son is 9, and I rounded up, and I got in trouble after I came downstairs out of the office to go over that. So if any dads are out there listening, you better know your kid's age, or your wife is going to get you. Youngest son is 9. Oldest son is 19. I did left. I did. I really did. No rounding, Karma. I'll get in trouble doing that. You know, everything starts to roll together, doesn't it? We see so many values, numbers, and everything. There's times where I sleep and I dream of stock charts. I dream of values. I dream of confirmation. I'm like, oh man, come on, close over that level. Yes, it did. I made $1 million. And I wake up, I was like, oh man, and then I wake up and see the market, and we have, like today, we're watching the paint dry, right? But we're here. We're prepared. This is the time that I make the bulk of my profits in the pre-market session between 7:30 and 9:30. Sometimes before that, I do like the 7 a.m. pop as well, guys. I really do like that. I'm very, I like that because what happens at 7 a.m. a lot of times we get that volume spike. So man, I love buying before 7 and then selling into the 7 a.m. pop if we have the right conditions and the right setup. But usually that requires some kind of pop and drop around 4 a.m. But I haven't really been seeing that lately. And who else is out there like me where you're setting your alerts, or setting your alarm to get up early because you're like, oh man, I think pre-market's going to be hot. And then you get up early and pre-market's slow as can be. Then the next day you say, I'm sleeping in, forget that. And the next thing you know, pre-market's hot as can be, right? So just try to stick to a schedule as much as possible. We are here. We are prepared. We're looking for high quality setups. We may not get them, but we are ready for them. We know what we're looking for. And that's the other thing too. You have to know what you're looking for. If you don't know your high quality setups versus your low quality setups, then you're going to throw, 10,000 shares at every single setup that presents itself, and you're going to have a tough time with that. So not all trades are the same. Not all trades are the same. Right, Watts. I do, Natty. We both do. We really do. And anyone out there, again, I'm not in any way bragging. I'm not sitting there doing that. I'm just very proud of my situation. Trading, this is what's provided my life at this time. So I'm very, very fortunate to have this. I think we all are. I mean, there's a lot going on in the world today, and it's really sad to read some of these stories, but it's nice to be able to be here with you guys today, be able to talk about stocks, talk about trading, talk about day trading, and just this educational content here, because we're not looking to get ourselves into a mishap here. We don't want to get into something nasty, and the world can be pretty bleak at times. So I'm just appreciative that we have such a great team together. And we're working together to achieve the same common goal. Make money, guys. We're here to make money. We're not here to talk all day. You're not going to see me talking from 4 in the morning to 8 p.m. at night. It's not going to happen. Typically, when you see a trader that's there from 4 to 8 every single day, they're probably still in the beginning stages, and they're still in the study stages of their career. Well, unless that's what you like to do. Maybe this is your favorite thing to do. Maybe you just love trading and you're addicted to it. That's great. For me, it's financial freedom. Get the money, get in, get green, protect the money, because the market, I think, is designed to take the money. Get in, get green, get out, lock it in, walk away. Nothing wrong with that at all. No position for myself at this time. No trades yet this morning. Just yapping here. And I am looking at HUBC on the chart. You guys have that. HUBC is on the chart here. This came from our cheapo scanner. So we've got cheapo. You can see the price is in red. Anytime the price is in red, that means it is a cheap stock, which this is what this scanner is looking for anyway. But we do have a bullish momentum scanner. Same thing, XRTX. It's got volume, high volume. We've got different colored alerts here, but what does it mean in the red price? That means we have we've got a cheapo. The reason we're watching HUBC is because right now it's the only thing hitting our scanners, letting us know that there's possibly some value here. Does not mean that it's tradable. I still have to stick to my strategy. The scanners are our radar looking for the value in the market. Well, we found it. It's HUBC. So if you're looking for the volume, you're looking for something moving, we have it here. Let's take a look at SPY and Tesla real quick. SPY is kind of tapering down here with all the world news going on and the Fed speak. We've got Tesla, same thing, kind of falling down here, which is, I know it seems scrappy to some, but this is good. What this does for me is this is going to create some swing trade opportunities. So let's see what I have on the swing trade scanner. So let's take a little peek at what we have here. Best times to buy. This is a swing trade scanner. INBS on the scanner. Guess what? Another cheapo. Get that in chat. We have no results here, but I have it on the wrong time frame. Weekly. There we go. All right, we've got some results here. These are cheapos there. I'm not in love with these cheaper stocks when it comes to large cap. This is a swing trade scanner that I have that I scan for each week, each day sometimes, looking for high quality type of swings or possible swing trades. These, I'm not sure I would really say these are high quality. Maybe SOFI, I'd have to really look and dive into the chart. I've got CLSK and SOFI here. So a couple to watch for possible swing trades. They're hitting a lot of filters that I have set for this, but I'm not sure that that's going to provide the swing trade I'm looking for. I really love when we see something like Tesla come across this, or AMD. We took AMD off of this scanner recently in our swing trade channel, and it worked out really well for us. So I'll be watching this when we see something like Apple, AMD, Tesla, NVIDIA, things like that. That's where I get excited on that list. The rest are they're not bad, but SOFI and CLSK are a little on the cheaper side than I prefer. No position for myself at this time. Right. Yeah, I need to mark that chart, my son's age chart. No trades yet today. Good question, Lee. So for me, I've got strict volume requirements for my trades, but typically in the pre-market, I like to see around 50,000 shares per 1 minute candle. And in the regular market session, I like to see more volume than that. The reason for that, Lee, is because, again, if I'm trading, say you're trading, I don't know what size you guys are trading, but if you're trading 5, 10, 15,000 shares, then if I only see, a 10,000 share candle, how will I get filled on a 10,000 share order, right? So if we get a pop and it's on low volume, I can trade it, but I have to greatly reduce that. So typically, if I'm trading 10,000 shares, I may want to reduce that to maybe 5,000 shares or 2,500 shares or 1,000 shares or even a few hundred shares, depending on the size of the move and of course the price and volume and all that good stuff. So yeah, in the pre-market session though, I like to see around 50,000 shares would be ideal. So give us 50,000 shares. That tells me I've got enough liquidity there to get in and out of my position without having to worry. If that volume starts to die out, then there's room for concern as well. No position for myself at this time. No trades yet this morning. We are sitting here in a live YouTube session. If you guys are enjoying the live YouTube session, if you find any value in this video, please consider giving a thumbs up, share it with your fellow traders, subscribe so you have access to all of my new videos. If you're in Discord, you get access to those new videos right away. I posted a couple of new videos this past few days. So we've got a few live sessions in there. If you guys want to check that out, they are a little long. So if you want to break them up and, watch them in chunks, that's cool too. But there's a lot of useful information here. This is me going over my strategy real time, not BS. This is not going over in hindsight and saying, oh, this happened, we could have done this, I woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? That's not what this is. This is real time alerts, real time charts, real time levels, real time everything. You'll see me trade real time possibly here. I traded in our last pre-market live session this week. We did really well, actually. We took 3 trades in the last pre-market live session on YouTube, and all 3 of those trades panned out to be green. So that's always a plus, right? Always great when the trades go in our direction. Now, it's not always the case. Hey, JD, good morning. JD, good morning. Happy Friday, buddy. Hope you're feeling well today. JD, you and I have to do a couple spins here to get some volume going. INTE to resume. INTE showing a 3 million share float. Let's pull it up on the key level spotter. INTE. What is this? Acquisition Corp to resume here shortly. Let me see if I've got news on INTE. Yeah, we JD and I, if we do a little head spin or if we do a little twirl here and we look away from the camera or we look away, excuse me, from the screen for a second, if we can do that, boom, that's when the market starts to get hot, right? So that's all we have to do. We just do a couple twirls and act like we're not there, and boom, there it is, and then we'll just jump into the trade quick. INTE, let's see. I have news on INTE. Get this in chat. Lippo hitting the scanners. Let me plop this onto the chart here. We've got some news here. We'll see what happens on INTE. Just hit the halt scanner, so not too concerned with it. XRTX is doing what we thought it would. You're exactly who we thought you were, right? Let's see. We've got HUBC up. We've got INTE up. ICU up. WHLR on the scanners. There we go. WHLR giving us some life. Little pop and drop from this morning. WHLR getting some volume here, guys. Light volume, seeing 10,000 shares, so low volume on WHLR. The high from before was, looks like 148. Let me turn off this trailing stop loss. So on this indicator that I built, we can add a stop loss. So you can come in here and you can say, okay, I wanted to get in at the 167. All right, let's put it in. 167, okay? Turn on the line, turn on the label, hit okay, and now we have a stop loss. So if we get in at 167, our stop loss should be at 164. So it's basically letting me know. And this is this will adjust with that price as well. So as it moves, so will the stop loss. I'm not too concerned with it right now. I use this more so during the market hours. So let me turn this off for now. If it's a risky for the biscuit setup, I like to use that as well. So turn that off there. No position for myself. WHLR has a little bit of volume. This morning had very light volume. We can see on the left-hand side, this gray area is our pre-market. We have these major reds, a couple major reds to consider. So we do have those. Entered overbought at a key level, failed. Came here, 920 cross, 920 fail. 920 cross, 920 fail, right? So we're seeing that it's really sideways. No volume here. If it had volume, we'd see those yellow or white candles. So nothing there for me. Hearing LIPO. We'll take a look at LIPO as well. LIPO is going the wrong direction. So we're saving ourselves from a major loss on LIPO. So, you know, for short sellers, this is a nice opportunity as well. Maybe this is a nice short opportunity. Maybe you're a short seller and you're making money on the short side today. Awesome. LIPO is getting a small pop, rounding a little bit towards its bottom. Do I look at this as a bullish entry here? Nah, not really. Let's see if we can see anything, though. Let's see if we get maybe a 920 cross or anything. Give us some kind of life here on LIPO. I won't be trading it. I'll sit out, look for confirmation today. Not sure we'll get it. It's my pleasure, Lee. Amy, good to see you. Good morning. Appreciate you guys joining in on YouTube Live as well. Really appreciate that, guys. ULY. Sorry, guys. Just saw the message. Let me see. ULY. Check float checker. I don't see it on there. Give me 1 sec, and I'll see what I can find on it. I believe ULY was as stock symbol change, is it? Isn't it? Okay. Yeah, let me see what I can find. It's actually a merger. So you can merger between OTMO and ULY. So there is a merger between OTMO and ULY. Yeah, if we type in ULMY, or excuse me, ULY in our Discord, pull up the most recent mentions of it. Yes, sure enough. Look at MJ with that, and good eye there, Big Cat. So if you type in ULY in our Discord, you'll see if I pull this up. ULY, just type it right up here in the search, and hop over to this. You will see in the MJ Corner channel where Master Jedi is posting about new IPOs and SPACs. We've got information right here on OTMO and ULY. So all the information you need is going to be right here. So interesting. Yeah, MJ's the best. He's a huge help to our team. I've been trading with MJ for years, and it's been an absolute pleasure. Very fortunate to our paths are crossed. No position for myself at this time. No trades yet this morning. Let's see what ULY looks like on the key level spotter. ULY. Oh, it's moving, but it's doing it on low volume. I don't think this is, yeah. I think I'll sit out. Is it worth watching? Sure. Is it going to be A+? No, it will not be. So I'll sit out of that one. Not seeing anything, guys. Nothing that is worth watching this time. If you guys see any, if you guys see anything and you're in chat, throw out the ticker. If it's a low float stock, I'll go over it. No position for myself at this time. No trades yet this pre-market session. You'd think it'd be easier to find that information on ULY as well. Luckily, we've got MJ in chat. So no trades for me yet this morning. It is quiet. We're watching the paint dry. I appreciate everyone spending some time with me here in the pre-market session. This is a casual session. Friday pre-market. Last pre-market session we had here on live, we did pretty well. So hoping that we get something. Look at that. So this is what I mean. You know, a little curl, making some noise, letting us know, hey, there's some volume, and it keeps tapering down. So this is a short seller's delight. A short seller's delight. Look at HUBC. Now look at this, guys. Let's pull up HUBC over here. So it's basically telling us that it is hitting a bounce watch level. So if you're looking for a dip on HUBC, here it is. Here's our bounce watch level around 67 cents. This is a cheapo. I'll sit out for now, but we're getting multiple alerts letting us know that, hey, it's becoming a little oversold, looking for a bounce watch here, it's getting beat up, right? We've got all different filters here letting us know that, hey, HUBC is dropping a little much here. So it might get a little pop back up. And it doesn't take much on HUBC. If you're buying in this level here, just to the top of this pink candle, that's 6%. So I'm not going to take part in this trade. You can see the levels are adjusting as the price and volume adjust as well. Now 66 cents. So in this zone, right, this is our buy zone for a possible bounce if that's what you're looking for. And we'd be looking at these red lines as resistance. So if it's green, it's acting as some form of support. If it's red, it's going to act as some form of resistance. This is a new key level spotter. Really cool indicator that I have here. And you guys can see I have a ton of information on this for the user input, so you guys can change it around as well. We've got a ton of alerts that come across. You can be alerted, so if you want to be alerted, you can do that too. You can just with a couple clicks, you can set alerts on this, and any one of these alerts will alert you. So it's pretty cool. I'll have this out today. No position for myself, no trades yet this morning. Sitting on my hands, and they are warm. Gonna drink my coffee because it is getting cold. Who's in HUBC? Who's taking a risk it for the biscuit bounce scalp here? Who's doing it? Don't lie to me, guys. I want to see it. I don't want to see you guys come in the chat after and say, oh, I was in HUBC at that bounce, 67 cents, sold at $1. I don't want to see that. I want to see you now. Are you in it? Are you confident? Are you trading a strategy, or are you just willy-nilly it out here? There's a little pop on HUBC. I don't see anything else in the market, so this is what we're watching. Getting a buy zone, little bounce watch. Look at that. HUBC is a little pop off the lows here. Let's see. Off its lows, we're looking at about 3.5%. So cheapo will equate to a decent percentage gain. Nice karma. Hey, all I can say is lock in profit. You know, we're hitting that 200 EMA. That would be a resistance at 70 cents. Not a bad idea to lock in some of that profit now. I know it's not the biggest trade in the world, but there you go. It's almost to the top of that, where it's almost to the 6%. Lock in profit. Give yourself a little green on the day. Get that coffee money. I think karma, I think you'll be able to get something like Dunkin' Donuts or possibly Starbucks with this. Hitting that resistance above the 90 EMA at 71 cents and 70 cents. So far, this is better than gas station coffee, right? This is better than make it yourself gas station coffee. This equates to a decent little percentage. Again, anyone who took this, look at that. We're talking almost 5%. In how many minutes? 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes. So less than 5 minutes right here live on YouTube. If you guys are finding any value in this, if you made any money on this little dip buy here, or if you saved yourself from taking a loss today, thumbs up the video, guys. Share it with your fellow traders trying to get this information out. This is free educational content. I live trade every day from 7:30 to 9:30 going over my trades. This is not buy or sell alerts. That's not what this is. This is day trading education. I want to educate you on my approach, and hopefully that will help you navigate through the market as well. I trade low float stocks, mostly momentum, but we do buy these dip buys as well. And look at that, HUBC. This may turn out to be the best setup of the day, you know, but I'm not gonna take part in it myself. I'll sit out. Bullish vertical trend. We're sitting up here. We are now filling the gap up to this pink candle, right? So if anyone took this, you're up 6%. Not a bad idea to lock in some of that profit, right? Lock it in. You can always hold yourself a lotto in case you feel this continuation. 6% in less than 5 minutes. There's nothing wrong with that. What other line of work are you going to find that you'll get a 6% return in less than 5 minutes? And you see it right here in front of you, right? This is the beauty of the stock market. Absolutely love it. I love what we do. And you can see again, we're hitting these lines, right? We hit the 1 minute 90 1 minute 9 EMA, the 1 minute 200 EMA. Look at that pop. 75 cents. There we go. Look at that. Guys, please tell me someone's making some money. Please tell me someone's making some money out there. 12% on that move. 12%. That lotto is working out. Someone's got to risk it for the biscuit lotto scalp here, and it is working out. Way to go. No position for myself watching HUBC. Look at this. If that's not the bounce that you're looking for, then what are you doing? If you're looking for bounce watch plays and trades and whatever, then what's wrong with that right there? That is a beautiful little bounce, right? And that's really all we're expecting. A bounce watch isn't necessarily a reversal. It doesn't mean it's going to continue up. So it could very well just fall below where we were there. Doesn't mean now if it drops back down, I better start buying in this zone. That's not what it means. What it means is it was predicting where it's going to oversell, where it's going to get a bounce, and where it's going to show some pressure and resistance. So if we continue to gap up here, we've got overbought levels, profit target levels, and short watch levels all around 78 to 80 cents. So if we start to gap up there, we may see some pressure. Karma in at 68 cents, out at 75 cents. How long was that trade though, Karma? How beautiful was that? That was a quick scalp, in, out, green within minutes after your trade. Again, we won't find something like this throughout the market. This is now where discipline will come into effect, and we'll look for making sure to lock in profit, not give it back, and don't take a whole bunch of crappy setups to give back our profit. Now, when you take a setup like this and you make a little pocket change, you can use that as a cushion to take other trades. So if you see another crappy setup, right, but you want to take part in it, you can do so. You can now use that cushion to take that. In worst case scenario, you may end flat or even a small red, but it's not going to be too great as you just took some green on this. So there's nothing wrong with that. Excuse me. Watch, there you go. You know, same thing though, you know, and again, you guys, depending on your entry, right? You can hold a lotto. You can, what I mean is hold a portion of your trade. So I like to sell 75%, 90%, and then hold either 25% or a 10% position for that, for the icing on the cake, right? For a little extra oomph on this trade. And guys, I don't hear anything else on the scanners. I do not hear anything else on the scanners. This is the only thing to watch. So if you're looking for the value, if you're a day trader that is looking for these possible opportunities, you just got one right here. Nice move on HUBC. This is the 1 minute 200 EMA, fell below, dipped by there, bounced up, filled the gap off the pink candle that it created, and is now above that level still. So you should still be green on your trade. If you are, lock in the profit and look for high quality setups or adjust your approach. Hey, Sultan, good morning. Good morning, Sultan. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Hope you're feeling well. Hearing LIPO on the scanner, basically letting us know that there's some volume here. This is not on our bullish momentum. So if I pull up my bullish momentum scanner here, you will see that we do not have, well, we have LIPO before, but the current time is 8:46 a.m. Eastern time. Last alert we had was 8:13. We have no current alerts on our bullish momentum scanner because this is not bullish momentum. This is a dip buy. This is a bounce, right? So if you're watching HUBC, why was it not on that scanner? Well, probably because it's a cheapo too. But on top of that, this is not bullish momentum. So this is not bullish, right? This is not that momentum that we're typically looking to ride that wave and continue and get continuation and all that. That's not what this is. What this is a bounce watch alert, right? So if I were to set my alerts, which I can just come in here, let's see. If I came in and just clicked on one of these, if I can find one. There it is. So click on that, and you can actually add bounce watch alerts. I have a couple of them here. Let me do it on a separate screen because this is screwed up. Yes. Here we go. So we can set bounce watch alerts as well. So you can do that and they will come into the chat. The bounce watch alerts you guys will have right here in Discord. Go to our bounce watch short channel and you'll see that this is where these alerts will come in. So we have a ton of alerts in here. Don't let it become overwhelming. The reason that we have this channel, these all get pushed into our day trading chat as well. The reason we have this channel is so you can see the timestamp, you can see the price, you can see the volume, and you can back test yourself. So that way you're not just taking my word for it and I'm not just out here saying, guys, buy those bounce watch, buy, right? That's not the point here. Again, day trading education. That's the point of this video. That's the point of our live session. That's the point of our Discord. So what we're seeing here is you can now pull up the date right there. You can pull up the time and you can look at the chart and you can see, did this pan out to be a successful bounce watch? It's a yes or it's a no. And if it was a yes, what did it give us? 5%, 10%, 20%? What was it, right? And then after enough information like this, and that's why I add this in here, you can then really come out and understand, are these feasible to trade? Is this something that's worth watching? Is this something that's something, or something that's going to fit our strategy? It's really up to you. So it's going to be up to you. Me, I love the bounce watch alerts. I don't trade them as aggressive as I would momentum. I make the bulk of my profit on momentum. But what we're looking for is that old pop. We want to see a pop. We want to see a drop. And that's where we see the bounce watch alerts. So we got the momentum, right? So this first wave was momentum. If you're trading this is momentum, momentum, momentum. And then pull back. Oh, what's this? This is no longer momentum. This is a bounce watch. And that's what I love about these. And why I say a bounce watch instead of a reversal is because this is not necessarily a reversal. I mean, this, like I said, this could very well, it gapped up. It went from its lows here, went up 12% in less than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, 12%. It's beautiful. And then measure the move back down. Will it come back down? And down here, 14% down? Yeah, it definitely could. Will it do it? I'm not sure if it will. I can't predict that. And no one can. Anyone who sits there and tells you that they can predict where this stock is going today, that is BS. That's complete BS. I don't care what level 2 shows you. I don't care what news you read. I don't care what EMAs you see or what technical indicator. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. There's nothing out here telling us whether it's going to go up or down, and that's why I stick to the strategy as much as possible. If Natty doesn't have the best gifts in chat, I swear. Nice, guys. Way to go, Watts. Way to go, Karma. Great job on that trade. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a little green on a Friday pre-market session, right? Nothing wrong with a little green on a pre-market session. And so everyone can see what the heck I'm talking about here. We got Natty. We got Natty here. Natty's always dropping the best gifts in chat. We have some really great traders in chat. We've got some great people, not just great traders. I want to put some emphasis on that. We don't just have great traders. We actually have great people. These are actually great people who are, they're trying to help each other. We're all trying to help each other. We are in this again together. We are a team. I can't stress that enough. So please work with me. I'll work with you. We are working together. Our job here is to find the value in the market, execute our strategy, and protect our profits. And of course, if we can help each other out in the process, that's what we're going to do, right? That's the goal here. So we've got the team. We've got it all. And Natty, no. This is a team effort, 100%. I fully agree and feel like this is a team effort. So I can sit here and yap all day long. I did not take this trade. Sure, I called it out. Sure, I saw it, whatever. That's not the point. I didn't take this trade. You're the one that pulled the trigger. Whoever pulled the trigger here and took the trade, you are in control of your trading. You took the trade. You mitigate risk by knowing this is a higher risk setup. I will reduce my size. I will take profit when I see fit, and I will lock in profit, protect it, and not give it back. You are the trader. You are doing the work here. You are doing the job. My job here is just to educate. If I take the trade, awesome. If it goes in my favor, great. And I hope that everyone has some green trades today and every day. But unfortunately, I will be honest with you, the market will not give you a green day every single day. And if you think it will, then you're probably either suffering a lot of losses in that process as well. You're possibly trading a lot more often than some of us are. But for me, get in, get green, get out. Lock in the profit. HUBC, if you guys agree. Look at this too, guys. Please tell me why this happened. Can anyone tell me this? Why did this gap down here on a major red? Then all of a sudden we get volume. White candle, white candle, white candle. Yellow candle, white candle. On this candle here, 230,000 shares. This candle, 402,000 shares. Had a bullish vertical trend. Tested our overbought levels and our profit target levels. Tested in that zone. Bullish vertical trend. What does that mean, a bullish vertical trend? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 green bars in a row is a bullish vertical trend. So if you guys are in chat and you have access to our Discord, you'll see that we have a bullish vertical trend, right? And so what is a bullish vertical trend? You can see clear examples. If I open this up, see clear examples of what this is. Bullish vertical trend, retrace. Bullish vertical trend, retrace. Bullish vertical trend, retrace. And this is an indicator spotting that for us. Close this. And we've got information, education, all in our day trading chat. So if you guys want access to that, we do have a free chat as well, where I post our watch list every night. Last night, our watch list was out. We've got, let's see, what do we have on the watch list? Let me see what we have on this watch list. Friday watch list. XRTX. Yep, we know about it. HUBC. Oh, guess what? HUBC gave us our trades this morning. So anyone who's trading, HUBC is the only stock giving us any life at this time. So hopefully everyone is keeping these early bird names on watch. ICU, SECO. Couple names to watch this morning. Not in love with any of these setups. Really prefer something new, something fresh. Doesn't mean we'll get it. Does not mean it will happen, but that's what I'm looking for. Trendy tickers. These are a few trendy tickers we had. 52-week low floaters. We went over a few of these this morning as well. Oversold ideas. This does not mean that they're just going to pop today on volume, but it means that they are entering oversold on a wider time frame. So if they do start to pop, well, we know that that's part of the reason that they are getting a little bit more action, is because they are oversold. A lot of traders look at it as there's less downside. Continuation watch. These are stocks that have been gapping up and are looking for continuation. The only way that they'll really be true continuation type of trades and moves is if it closes over its key level. So if it doesn't close over the key level, then it is not going to be continuation. So in other words, if we gapped up to on HUBC, if we're looking for continuation, where is it? 83 cents. That's where it is. 85 cents. And we have this. This is on our key level spotter. You can see it's tapering back down. But if I pull it up on our confirmation levels as well, let's see how it looks on our confirmation. confirmation levels. We've got a level at 83 cents right there. Sure enough, 83 cents, purple line, purple level. Went over this earlier in our pre-market session. If you guys didn't catch that, rewatch this video and definitely see what we're talking about here. HUBC, hit our target. Mentioned there, scale out, take profit, lock in profit, close below is bearish. Well, it is bearish. It continues further down, now 71 cents. Imagine if you're just buying this. You didn't lock in profit, and you're all the way down here. You had to suffer a 13% loss. Not too great. Not too great. No one wants to suffer a 13% loss on a Friday morning pre-market session. So we avoided a loss for anyone who took this bounce. Hopefully you got some green. So we are navigating through these low float stocks. Despite us not having anything high quality, we still have some low quality setups here that are panning out to give a little something in the market. No position for myself at this time. No trades this pre-market session. We had a post-market session last night, and I will have a post-market session today as well, 4 to 4 p.m. Or excuse me, 4 p.m. to 4:30. Yeah, 4 to 4 p.m. That's how fast it will be, guys. So you better be there. And if you're not there, you're going to miss out. It's about less than a millisecond. Now, I'll be live from 4 to 5 or 4 to 4:30, depending on what we see in the aftermarket, anyways. The aftermarket this week's been kind of slow, and it's Friday, so I don't expect much. So I think I'll be in there from 4 to 4:30 and shut it down. I've got Friday night movie night with the kids. I've got pizza night with the kids. So very much looking forward to that. We've been watching spooky, scary movies. What did we watch last week? Forget what we watched last week. I don't know, but this tonight I think we might watch one of the Halloween movies. But trying to keep it spooky theme. Oh, Natty, just saw your message. Is that on YouTube? Hang on. Let me check the YouTube chat, guys. Can you repeat your point about bid and ask? I trade Robinhood mobiles and always lose money at the trade. Yes. So the bid and ask, what I'm saying is there's a price on the bid and a price on the ask. The gap between those two is known as the spread. So if you see that the bid is, say, for instance, $1 and the ask is at $1.20, right? That means there's a 20-cent spread between the bid and the ask. So that means if we take a trade and I'm just smashing by the ask because we're here in the pre-market session, I'm trying to get filled quick. So if I smash by the ask, I'll get filled at $1.20. If I made a mistake and I want to get the heck back out of my position, and I hit sell the ask, I most likely won't get filled. So I have to sell the bid. If I sell the bid, I'll be taking a 20-cent per share loss minimum because that's where the bid is. So if the bid is saying $1 and the ask is saying $1.20, there's a 20-cent spread. If I take that trade, I could run the risk of taking a 20-cent per share loss selling the bid. So buying the ask, selling the bid. So hopefully that makes sense. But so in other words, you got to be careful. And the only time that you're going to see those really wide spreads is when we have really low volume, right? That's when you're going to see those really wide spreads. So if you see low volume, that is an issue. No position for myself at this time. I can pull it up so you guys can see. So on ICU, this is the bid and ask here. Let me change this to HUBC to see what the bid and ask is on HUBC. So bid and ask on HUBC, you can see this is level 2 data down here, but level 1 is will suffice. This price, 73 cents, 74 cents. Right now, the bid and ask is pretty close together. So that's a good thing, but it could get spready, so you want to be careful there. And by spready, I just mean the price between those two numbers. So no position for myself this time. No trades yet this morning. Still sitting on my hands, waiting for something high quality. Not sure we'll see it, but I'm waiting for it. Oh, I'm waiting for it, guys. Would love to see it. Slow Friday pre-market session so far. It is my pleasure. My pleasure. Right? Yeah, there was a good setup. It wasn't a bad setup. Hey, MJ, good morning. Not sure if you're in voice or not, but good morning. Yeah, I appreciate that info on ULY. No position for myself at this time. No trades this pre-market session. I think our best setup was this, right, guys? What do you guys think? You think this was our best setup so far today? HUBC. Is that going to be our best setup of the day, this little bounce watch here? And look at it fizzle out. And this is what I mean. This is more, again, more like algorithmic type of trading, right? We're trying to find what the algos will do and do it with them. Just join in. Just join that wave. Now, that's the beauty of this indicator here. And this will be available today, but that's the beauty of this indicator. It is predicting where it's going to give those alerts. So why that's an advantage is we are basically, we are aware and ready. So as it's gapping down, a lot of traders say, oh, I'm watching here, I'm watching here, I'm watching. Well, we know exactly where we want to watch for those possible bounce watch alerts or short watch alerts, right? So we can see that. And this will change with different time frames. Most of these will stay the same, but say I switch to a 10-minute time frame. Well, if I'm looking for a 10-minute dip, then it would be closer down here to 63 cents. If you prefer to trade the 10-minute chart, it'll do that. It's still going to give us the levels, the common levels that traders will trade. So we've got the 1-minute 200 EMA here at 71 cents. If we get below that, technically speaking, that would be downtrending, right? We've got the 1-minute 20 EMA, 1 minute. So even though I'm on a 10-minute chart, it's still showing me different values, right? If I come down here, 15-minute time, 30-minute time, 1 hour time. So I built this indicator to notify us of multiple time frames on any time frame that we're sitting on. But the oversold and short watch levels will only show on whatever time frame you are looking at. So if you want to see it on a 15-minute time frame, you can do that. If you want to see it on a 4-hour time frame, maybe a 4-hour time frame is what you prefer. You're looking for a bounce on a 4-hour time frame. Well, that would be all the way down here at 23 cents. So I doubt that we'll be seeing that. If we get down there, it may see a bounce. Maybe you're looking at a daily chart. Maybe you're looking to swing trade these. Maybe on a daily chart, it will tell you that the bounce watch area is going to be all the way down here at 6 cents and negative 12 cents apparently. So the math on this is a little off, but again, this is a cheapo. So we'll see what happens. So daily is not so hot on this one. Let's see the 30-minute. Let's see, oversold level on a 30-minute would be down here around 50 cents. So 50 cents down there. 5-minute, a lot of traders like the 5-minute chart. Let's see what it looks like in a 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart, we've got a bounce watch alert, would be around here around 60 cents. So 60 to 65 cents. So really anywhere between 50 to 65 cents, I think we may see a little something, but that's on a wider time frame. I like to trade it on the 1-minute time frame. The reason for it, I can get in, get green, get out of the way, run away, take the money and run. Steve Miller Band here queued up. Take the money and run, team. Because I think the market is designed to take our money back. So I love to get in, get green, get out, and run for the hills. JD, appreciate it. JD's going to go get coffee now, guys. Like I said, if we do a twirl, that's when the market gets hot. So JD, thank you very much for that. He's always sacrificing for the team like that. Very, very helpful. No position for myself at this time. No trades yet in this pre-market session. If you guys are listening in on YouTube, I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me in this YouTube live session. If you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe, and share with your fellow traders. Trying to get this information out. This is free educational content. And I'm just trying to add value for everyone out there. So if you want more videos like this one, give it a thumbs up. Let me see it in the comments and share it around. That way I know you guys want more just like it, and we'll stick to it. So this is our second pre-market live session this week on YouTube. I do trade live every day in our premium Discord, where I'll be live from 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. Eastern time every day. I'm in and out of the chats throughout the day. We have a whole bunch of great information in there. And again, this is for day trading education, right? So this is for educational purposes. This is not, if I take a trade, guys, which I'd love to take a trade, I'm just sitting on my hands right now. But if I would love to take a trade. If I take a trade, does that mean you should take the trade? No, that's not what that means. My process and my job here is to educate you on when I'm taking a trade, why am I taking that trade, and where am I scaling out, and why am I scaling out there? That is my goal here, is to educate you on my process, and hopefully you can take some key points of value from that and really mold it into something that you love. Or maybe confirmation is what works for you. So confirmation is great for momentum. It's my favorite strategy. It's my go-to. It's my baby, guys. It is my baby. And it really keeps me consistent. And then after bullish momentum, I look for, if we experience that bullish momentum, I look for these bounce watch plays as well. But no position for myself, no trades in this pre-market session. We've got a few charts up. LIPO getting a curl again. No way. LIPO. We've got a cross here, 920 cross. So 920 cross here and a fail. Then a 920 cross here. So maybe you're trading that. Maybe you prefer the 920 cross. Maybe you're a scalper on a 920 type of setup as well. Is it, Karma? Let me take a look. On ULY. Creeping up on us. Yeah, I think the problem, though, Karma, is that we have all this resistance and major reds over here. I mean, look at this. We've got a high of 2151, so I'd be very careful with that. As just, I'm just not sure it's going to fit my strategy. But same thing. Look at that, Karma. I'm sure, and I know you have the indicator as well on your end, so I'm sure you see this as well. But look at that, guys. Look at that big red blotch I just threw on there, right? Now, look at this. Look at this area. So oversold buy zone, oversold buy zone, right here. We can see it did not work out right here. So anyone who is taking it, they're not all successful. Look at that. Did not bounce from there. So you have to have a trade plan. If you don't want to be a bag holder, which I made a short video last night about it, then you have to have a trade plan. So bounce, watch, bounce. Bounce, watch, small bounce, not much. Bounce, watch, bounce, right? Bounce, watch, or buy zone. Probably be better if it was white. Bounce, watch, and pop. So, you know, it does, it definitely gives us some type of, some value there. Nice, Karma. Nice. Way to go. So Karma's out here trading those bounce watch alerts left and right. She has this indicator here where it will paint the color of the chart in the background a different color, and it will let you know where it's entering oversold. So it's a really cool. I really like that that indicator. I hadn't seen that too often before that, where it actually paints the chart. It just makes it easy. Same thing, guys. If you want to like back test, if I turned everything else off and just kept the green and red, it's really easy to say, okay, this area is green. Maybe this is a bounce watch area. This area is red. Maybe this is a retrace, right? We've got a few red areas that be careful in. Green area, maybe this is a bounce watch, sure enough. But obviously there's low volume, so you have to be careful. But it just makes it simple so we can easily look over something. So if I said, let's see, TPST, right? TPST has been hot. Zoom out on TPST. Look at this. The indicator let us know. Bounce watch area right here, right? We'll map this out. Bounce watch area, and sure enough, it bounced. You know, not much. Low volume, it's speckle volume, so it's not like you'd be having a whole lot. Oversold area right here. Look at that. Oversold, overbought. Let's see if we find another red. Here's another green area right here. So green area. So you guys can see that, right? You can see how easy it is to then see where the value is in the market, right? There's a green area there. Another green area here. Here's a red area. I'm surprised this is not red. I do have my indicators differently though. All right, let's see. If I set this up a little bit, we can move this a little bit lower. So say 85. And then you can see that this is now overbought. So it really depends on your settings, but I'd keep mine a little bit higher. I think I'll go with the 90. All right. So you guys can see that TPST, easy to see that, right? Green area, get this out of the way. Green area, pop. Red area, drop. Green area, pop. Red area, this is late prints, so disregard that. Pretty easy to see, right? ASMB on the scanner. That's ASMB, 49 million share float. ASMB, getting a small pop here. ASMB. Marking the chart for our team. ASMB showing a little bit higher float than I prefer. 49 million share float. Not in love with that. Yes, Russell, I am streaming the screen live on YouTube right now. So if you want to join in, it's a YouTube session. No position for myself this time. I've got ASMB. Looks like I have levels on this one already. Bullish ASMB. This is a little bit higher float. We've got key levels on ASMB. Get this in chat. Got a lot of resistance, but we got a gap here that looks fairly attractive. So over 129 is worth watching. And that's what I'll put in chat. So adding this, but this is a higher float. ASMB updated. So this is now in chat for you guys to have access to those key levels. Key level is going to be 129. So I'll add that to our key levels channel. This is ASMB. It's worth watching close over. And this means set your alerts below that key level. So 129. This is not A plus because it is a cheapo and has a cluster of resistance. Go figure. Getting tired of saying that, guys. So 129 is the level. Right click. Don't hit reset alert like I just did. Right click. Add alert. Or reset chart. Add a couple alerts in here and we are done. So now I don't have to be glued to the screen. I don't care about it anymore until it gets some volume or something. Hearing SECO. SECO on the chart. That is SECO. This one we've been well aware of. It's been moving. Got a lot of levels on SECO. Going to get this in chat. We already had an updated version. A lot of times, guys, I'm sending charts that I've already sent. I just try to keep them fresh and as updated as possible. But any chart that I add throughout the week should be, the levels should still hold weight. SECO is out. Feel free to compare your levels to mine. Very low volume on that move. 1,000 shares on this last candle. Candle before at 14,000 shares. That is not tradable for me yet. So I will sit on my hands for a little bit longer. LIPO is getting a little bit of a curl and some volume here, but it has a ways to go. It's going to have to get over 345 and 350. That's resistance at the top of this move. You can see a little dip and turnover, a little bounce here, but nothing special. IPO notice by MJ. ABVX. Appreciate it, MJ. We'll add that to the list. So adding it to our MJ scanner. We have an MJ scanner actually, which is really cool. All right. MJ scanner here. Going to add ABVX. A lot of these ABVX. Yeah, a lot of these don't have the float listed. So it's nice to be able to add those into that scanner. No position for myself this time. No trades yet this morning. I appreciate it, Carport. Thank you. You too. It's my pleasure, guys. Oh, really, Amy? Yeah, that stinks. It happens. Unfortunately, it does. Just have to mitigate that risk as much as possible. Azurdi, good morning. It's always great to see you. In the YouTube live session, I see you in Discord as well. Where can you access this scanner and chat rooms? I am live streaming here in YouTube, YouTube Live, but I am also live streaming in our Discord. Discord members have real-time access to this information. So if you want to join in to our YouTube, our Discord, there should be a link in the description of this video. So feel free to reach out. If you have any questions, guys, I'm more than happy to answer questions first. So please reach out, find if it fits you or not, if it fits your trading style or not, if you're looking for this type of team and group together to work together. But if not, it's no big deal. But if you want, reach out and I'll answer questions. BullishBobLive@gmail.com. So you can reach out anytime. I'd be more than happy to go over things with you. I trade a very strict strategy. We do have members in chat that will trade multiple strategies. We have a handful of strategies that we implement when trading, but my favorite strategy is going to be confirmation. That's what I try to teach every day, as I think it's the most accurate, the most consistent strategy when it comes to low float trading. Again, the goal behind it, the biggest thing for confirmation is it is built around risk management. So can't stress that enough. Other strategies I've traded, most of the strategy that you guys are going to see on on YouTube and in books and pamphlets and this and that, all the information that you see being spewed out there typically is not for low float trading. Low float trading is a totally different world. So most of the information that you guys will see on the internet and on YouTube and whatever, it will not pertain to low float stocks. So a lot of that is going to be more guided towards large flow or Tesla or whatever it may be. It's not going to be or large cap stocks. It's not going to be so much low float. So low float's very very niche. You have to know what you're doing. And we have a great team. Hey Paris, good morning. Good to see you. Appreciate you joining in, Paris, as always. Key level on LIPO is 345. 345, 350, both of those two levels. Has to close above 345, 350 and hold. If it can't do so, then it's for me a waste of time. That's for confirmation though. So if you're looking for bounce watch and things like that, that'd be a different story. After we basically gap through these levels and come back down, these levels now hold less weight because what happens is we've tested them multiple times. So if I'm looking to be a breakout trader at one of these key levels, the first time is always the best time. So I want to get in early and make some money. Guys, it is 9:17 a.m. Eastern time. I feel like I've just been yapping here. I don't see anything really moving. We had HUBC, I think was probably our best setup of the morning so far, was a little bounce here on HUBC. Luckily we caught this one. We called it out right here. It's right in front of you, but who can trade something like that overly aggressive? I can't. So guys, if you want more videos like this, if you're listening in on YouTube Live, please consider giving a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure to share this video with your fellow traders, guys. Share this around, share this in chat, share this with other traders. The point of this is free educational content. If you want more like this, I'll give you more like this. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to educate and to add value. That is my goal in this world of stocks. I love to make money. I love to find success, and I love to be able to share that with others. And we have a lot of traders in chat that have found success trading the same strategy. So if that's something that you're interested in, reach out anytime. And please consider liking and following and subscribing to the channel. Also, it's going to help the YouTube algorithm, guys. The YouTube algorithm is a pain in the butt. I don't know about the other YouTubers out there. I make my own thumbnails. I make my own. I edit my own videos. I've got to record these, edit these, and then make a thumbnail for it. Come up with description. All that. That's all me. There's nothing outsourced here. It's all here. So we have a solid team in chat that helps me all day long, and that's what gives me the luxury to be able to focus, outside of that realm. And it's nice to be able to find the value in the market, and provide the value and provide the education to everyone else. So if you guys like the video, please thumbs up, and hopefully we'll get more just like it. And if I see that we have enough interest in this, I'll be doing this a little bit more often. Right now, I've got a post-market session from 4 to 4 p.m. every single day until the end of October, looking for those post-market movers, the spooky movers, guys. And, of course, it's been just like this where we're just talking cheapos. So if you want to come hang out with me and talk some cheapos, I will talk anything that hits the scanners and starts moving. I will trade live, whether it's going to require a large size or small size or tight stop or not. I'll let you know ahead of time so that way you're not juggling around and saying, oh, Bob said this, Bob said that. That's not what this is, guys. We're trying to keep it fresh and keep it focused. 10 minutes till market open, guys. 10 minutes. I'll be shutting the stream down here in just a few minutes. But again, I do appreciate you spending your pre-market session with me, guys. It was I had a good time. I'm having a good time, even though I'm not trading and I'm not making any money today. Guess what I didn't do? I didn't give back profit. Guess what happened? I'm green on the week. I'm locking in profit. I've got pizza day, movie night with the kids. Spend time with the family today. It's gonna be a nice day around here, so. I'm okay with locking in profit on the week and not giving that back with these crappy setups. But for anyone who made money on HUBC, that's awesome. That is awesome. That is, I think, I know it's not the prettiest, but that is probably our best setup of the day. 11% right there. Hearing GBIO, I marked this one earlier actually, but I forgot to actually get this one out. Let's get this one off of here because I don't care for that. Did I spell it wrong? Yeah, sure enough I did. GBIO. Key levels coming out for our team. Got a lot of levels here at the top. This is a gap down. So a lot of bags. Look left, a lot of bags here. So GBIO charts coming out. Updated. And then again, I add updated to each one of these charts. That way you guys can find it fast. So just go into the Discord, go to that search. So again, if you come up here and you open this up, go to our search and type in GBIO updated. That'll save you time, right? There it is. So ICU updated. So maybe you're looking for a specific chart. You can find it fast. So today at 7 o'clock, maybe LIPO. I'm just hitting the scanners. Updated. Okay. Well, I screwed that up, didn't I? Let's see. LIPO updated. Tough to do this around my... Oh, man. How about I start fresh? LIPO updated. It's supposed to be faster, but if you're doing it like me, you're gonna slow down. All right, 8 a.m. So we got our chart out. You just click on that. Voila. You have access to the chart. So you have access to the key levels. We knew that these key levels were very, very important. This is within the first few minutes of the stock moving. And we can see that we have levels. If you're looking for, say, the bounce, or excuse me, the key levels, well, there you go. Just type in WW after each one of these. So that's all you have to do. And make sure that's recent. So today at 7:04, make sure it's within the last week or so. If it wasn't, then you may want to just send me a message and I'll update. If that's what you're looking for. No position for myself at this time. No trades in this pre-market session. Unfortunately, I'd love to trade, but I also would love to not force trades. So I think I'll sit out if that's becomes the case. HUBC, we were watching. It is just fizzling out. This is our bounce, and this is our fizzle. So this is not giving us that reversal now, is it? And that's why I said this is not reversal alerts. Nice, Karma. Way to go on that, that ULY. All right, YouTube. I think that's it. I think I'm going to shut down the YouTube stream. No trades for me this pre-market session. We had a good time regardless. Hopefully you guys had a good time. I had a good time. I had a good time not losing on these trades and sticking to the strategy. So staying disciplined, guys, that's how you're going to create longevity in this market. So if you want to be here a year from now, if you want to be trading 5 years from now, 10 years from now, well, you have to establish consistency, and you can find that through a strategy. And of course, through your emotions, because after you accomplish, what you're trying to look for, your trade plan, then it's going to come down to your execution. It's going to come down to your emotions. It's going to come down to your when you pull the trigger, when you don't, if you take crappy setups or not, focusing in on your statistics to really hone in your success. But YouTube, shutting it down. I appreciate your time. Over 2 hours here this morning, pre-market session, sitting with you guys, going over what we see, and really wasn't much out there. So the pre-market being slow like this is a good indication of what to expect through the market hours. Now, I would not doubt that there'll be something that gaps up 50 to 100% today. I wouldn't doubt it one bit. Whether it's tradable or not will be a different story. Whether it has high volume or not, or consistent volume, will be a different story. I think this pre-market session is a good indication of what to expect throughout the day, so I will keep it tight, keep it short and sweet. I will not overextend myself today. I will not be trading all willy-nilly, throwing the kitchen sink at every trade that comes across the scanner. Won't do it. So guys, appreciate your time on YouTube. If you found any value, thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully next week we'll have a pre-market session as well if you guys want. Let me know in the comments, likes, all that good stuff lets me know that this is something that's valuable to you guys, and I will continue to do this and spend my time with you in the morning. So appreciate it, guys. I'll see you in the post-market movers from 4 to 4 p.m. looking for spooky price action.